At 84, you think you've seen it all weathered? Every storm life can throw at you. I've lived through wars, seen technologies I could only dream of, and raised a family I thought would be my legacy. But nothing, absolutely nothing, could have prepared me for this kind of silence. The silence from my own daughter, Sarah. The one I held as a baby, the one I taught to walk, to read, the one I poured every ounce of my love into. Now, she's cut me off completely, after everything I did for her. My name is Eleanor, and this is my story. It's a story I never thought I'd have to tell, but the loneliness has become a physical weight, and I need to share it, perhaps to understand it myself. Sarah was my world. Her father passed away when she was just a teenager, leaving me to be both mother and father. It wasn't easy, but I was determined to give her the best life possible. I worked 2 jobs, sometimes 3, just to make ends meet. I scrimped and saved every penny. I remember eating toast for dinner for a month, just so I could afford that beautiful blue prom dress she had her heart set on. Seeing her face light up that night, I would have eaten toast for a year. Every sacrifice felt worth it. When she wanted to go to university, a private one that was far beyond our means, I didn't hesitate. I sold my mother's jewelry, the last physical connection I had to her. I took out a second mortgage on our small home. People told me I was crazy, that I was risking my future. But for me, Sarah's future was my future. She graduated with honors, and when she walked across that stage, I cried tears of pure joy. I thought, we did it. She met a man named David during her last year of college. He was charming, ambitious, and from a wealthy family. I was happy for her. Truly. He seemed to make her happy. They got married in a grand ceremony that I could only have dreamed of. I contributed what I could, my entire life savings, to make her day perfect. It wasn't much compared to what David's family was spending, but it was everything I had. After they married, things started to change. Slowly, at first. The weekly phone calls became monthly. The visits became less frequent. Sarah was busy. Primera told myself. She had a new life, a demanding career, a husband. I tried to be understanding. I didn't want to be a clingy mother, so I'd wait by the phone, hoping it would ring. The real shift happened when my grandson, Leo, was born. He was the light of my life. I wanted to be there for everything, just like my own mother was for me. But Sarah and David had different ideas. They had a nanny, a schedule, a very particular way of doing things. My old-fashioned ways weren't welcome. When I tried to soothe a crying Leo by singing the lullabies I sang to Sarah, she'd gently but firmly take him from my arms and say, "We don't do that, Mom. It disrupts his sleep schedule." I tried to adapt. I read the parenting books they gave me. I followed their rules. But I always felt like I was walking on eggshells. One Christmas, I knitted a sweater for Leo, a tradition in our family. I spent months on it, pouring all my love into every stitch. When Sarah unwrapped it, she gave a tight smile and said, "Thanks, Mom, but we only dress him in organic, ethically sourced materials." The sweater was put aside and I never saw it again. It was a small thing, but it felt like a knife to the heart. My love, it seemed, wasn't ethically sourced enough. The final straw came last year on my 83rd birthday. I was hoping for a visit, maybe a small family dinner. The day came and went. A text message arrived late in the evening. "Happy birthday, Mom. Sorry, we're swamped. We'll call soon." They never did. A week later, a fancy, impersonal gift basket arrived from a gourmet store. It was filled with things my doctor told me I shouldn't eat. It felt like a transaction, a task checked off a list. I finally gathered the courage to call her. I was hurt, and I couldn't hide it anymore. I asked her, "Sarah, what have I done? Why are you pushing me away?" The conversation was cold. She told me I was being too emotional and demanding. She said I didn't respect their boundaries. She said, "Mom, you need to understand that my family with David is my priority now. We have our own life." I told her I just wanted to be a part of that life. I reminded her of the sacrifices I made, not to make her feel guilty, but to make her understand the depth of my love. That was a mistake. Her voice turned to ice. "Don't you dare throw that in my face," she said. "I never asked you to do any of that. You made your choices. I'm making mine." And then, the words that shattered my world. "Maybe we just need some space. A lot of space. I'll call you when I'm ready." She hung up. That was a year ago. I've called. I've left messages. I've sent letters. There has been no response. It's like I've ceased to exist. I see photos of them on social media, posted by her friends. Leo is getting so big. They go on lavish vacations. They look happy. And I'm just gone. Some days, the anger is overwhelming. Anger at her ingratitude. Anger at David for, I believe, encouraging this divide. Anger at myself for maybe not being a good enough mother, for smothering her, for making some mistake I'm not even aware of. But most days, it's just a profound, hollow sadness. I sit in this quiet house, the same house I brought her home to from the hospital, and I am surrounded by ghosts of a life that feels like it belonged to someone else. Every photo on the wall is a memory of a love that now feels like a lie. I gave her my past and my present, mortgaged my future for hers. And in return, she has taken my future away from me. The future I imagined of being a grandmother, of growing old surrounded by family, has vanished. I'm 84 years old. I don't know how many years I have left, and I'm terrified I'll spend them in this silence, waiting for a call that will never come. My only crime, it seems, was loving my daughter too much. And for that, I've been sentenced to a loneliness more painful than anything I could have ever imagined. If you're listening to this, and you have a parent, please call them. You never know how much that call might mean. Don't let silence become the final word. Thank you for letting me share my story. It's a heavy burden to carry alone. Please subscribe if you want to hear more stories like this. Your support means the world.